Hello. New Genshin update came out, so I've been working on uh doing that. I already finished all the story quests, so no spoilers here. It's gonna be so fun. I think the quest I'm doing right now is the Baiju one. I'm really far behind. You know, that was like an old quest. So, uh, time to go in. I also have a snack with me today. Some raspberries. I'm really hungry. I need something to eat, but I hate chewing noises on stream, so
Oh, are you?
raspberries.
Dad, you remember?
Yes, I remember now. Oh, I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I
Yeah, it's
can't
just like
thank you
an
enough, Dr.
old
Baiju.
quest. I haven't played in a while.
My pleasure.
I mean, I've been doing like
It's the
the
least I can do to honor my late
main
master's
quests
dying
when they come
wish.
out and like opening up
No,
the new
Dr.
areas in the
Baiju.
map,
It's only because
but that's
Jiangli...
basically it.
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for
So
a while. Take
it's
it
long
slowly
overdue.
and try not to overexert.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
So that's what I've been doing today, so I thought may as well play it on stream since this is what I'm currently playing.
Director Who, do you have any further reservations about
Continue
Jiao
playing it on
condition?
stream since I don't have any getting scheduled for today.
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress
I'll find
it,
out
huh?
more about Baidu.
But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
Hello.
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid.
So far, we
If that
learned
gives you any cause for
he
concern, you may
healed
continue to
through
monitor Jiao for as long as
a
you wish.
weird method. Kind of occultish method. Well, but
No,
people
I
consider
regret
the
to say that
a
Boo
cult
Boo
to be.
Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse
Yes,
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baiju. I'm not
because the
mad at
person he just
people.
healed had like a god remnants in them because they went to a place where a fallen god was
Ah,
and spent a long time there.
Yeah, I've been stuck
I
indoors
believe he
for
probably
too
took the god
long.
energy into his body.
Take me outside.
yes, of course. Everyone,
Don't ask about the
please
talking
excuse
snake, I have no
Changsheng and myself
idea.
for a moment.
Man just has a talking snake.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should have.
Who's there?
It's Katz.
Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about Traveler? Paimon, the truth is...
Yeah, I thought so. He
Baiju
transferred it.
instead, he transferred some of his own life force
Oh, he transferred
to his patient
life force
to
over, so that's
temporarily
different than
subdue
what I
the
thought.
poison in his system.
I'm not gonna live for very long then.
Can you please explain
Hi!
all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng.
Oh,
Every
secret
successor
art.
to this contract is able to use Changsheng's
Is the
secret
snake a
art
god?
to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a
Yeah,
poison
god
concocted
remains
using the
poison.
poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force,
To prolong
using
life
Changsheng
for a
as the
little bit.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh.
Yes.
Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's
Damn,
strange piece of the
Paimon.
necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin.
Yeah.
I was treating
It's been a while
patients
since I've
with
played
Baiju's
any
master's
Genshin.
master, long before he
I
ever
only played
set
the main
eyes on his
story
cursed medical text.
and like unlocked
Oh,
new areas and
guess you
all
shouldn't take
that,
the snake
but I
out
never
of
actually got to doing anything
Please,
more.
that's enough.
So I'm going through, since I've been playing this today, I decided to play it on stream and go through and get rid of
Hardly.
the huge amount of quests
Changsheng
that
helps
I
to
have.
keep my chi in.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. He must fight Traveler. Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone to... Baiju, don't you think you should seize this opportunity?
As you can see how long I have not played stuff. This is like a quest from before like Fontaine came out. So like
Thank you,
a
Traveler and
year or
Paimon.
two ago. And I just still didn't finish it. I didn't even start it.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family. Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui, as well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison.
Okay, so we're looking for someone's mother and stuff. But yeah, literally, this is my quest list. I haven't played in so long. Except for doing like the normal quests and stuff. Like, yeah, Baizu's is the last. I stopped right before doing Baizu's quest. So, like, all these quests I never did. I did some of these while I was exploring. Because I like to open up as much of the map as I can. So, like, my map's all open because I hate not being able to see what areas look like. See, it's all open. Not very cleared through. but it's open and everything, but I just didn't do any of the quests. So, good as time as any. Do quests. I don't know. I just have been feeling to the exploring vibe more than the following quest vibes. I'm mostly doing quests right now because yeah, Withering Waves. I've gotten to that too. I think I played it on release a bit, but I want to play more of it. That's another one I've been thinking of playing on stream because I haven't played it in a hot minute. Let's see, what was I gonna pull up? Oh yeah, I want the new character because this character. So I'm basically playing all the quests to get Primo Gems because I don't spend money on this game. The reason I want them though is because I have a party that they'd go well in. So this is one of my main parties that I actually have built up. I have like two main parties I've built up. Maruka's party with Kanisha in it. I have this party built up, which it has like Farina, Elon, the Bloom party, Dice Fun party. And then I think I have this party also is one I have built up, Raiden's party, because this was my carry for a while. Oh, hi. Basically, I want the new character to replace Chong Yun in this party, because Chong Yun's doing not enough work.
What
He's
they
not
say is true.
carrying.
You have to see
And
the world
I
for
got
yourself.
Jinhae,
Be sure
and then
to
I
be
never,
mindful of
I
this.
placed in that party and like never used her, so I felt bad. I'm like, here, I'll get you the new lady. I'll get you a pretty lady to join you. Playing Genshin, doing all my quests. So many quests, too many quests. Uh, it's probably gonna take me at least a month to get through all these quests. Like, realistically. I should probably follow the path. Which path? This path. This path would be the quickest. I also have some raspberries to eat because I'm a little hungry, and when I get hungry, I get really sleepy. And I don't want to be constantly yawning on stream and stuff. Oh, no, monsters. Since you haven't played in a while, there's like new characters. Kanisha is one of the ones that's new. I like him. He can fly a little bit. More of like jumping. And Ruka is really the cool one because she's a motorcycle. And yes, I just got her because she has a motorcycle. What do you mean? Is there any other reason to get this character than motorcycle? Cool lady with motorcycle. No other reason needed. I'm pretty unlucky too. I have, I have had to pity every single one of my 5 stars. I have not gotten any of them early. And I think I've only gotten 2 early, which that was Nahida, which I got after losing the 50-50. And then I also got Venti early, again, after losing the 50-50. I just have been playing for a long time, and I basically just check in, do the events. I do like if there's a character I want, I'll like check in a couple times a month and just finish up the event when it's there, like 1 or 2 times a month. Characters I do have, I actually have like quite a few. I'm gonna go character archive to like I have quite a few. Venti was I started like when right before like Inazuma came out. So I've been playing for a long time. So Venti was the first one I got. And then as you can see, didn't go for a while. Then I got Raiden, which Yay came out immediately. Yay's the only one I've gotten lucky on. She loves me for some reason. So I have her at like what I have her like C2, I think. Cause again, she loves me. Yeah, C2. So I've gotten her 3 times because I was pulling for Pity to get Pity up for a new character, and she just didn't want to leave me alone. Got Shinhei because at the time I was playing with my main team was Chong Yun and Chi Chi because Chi Chi was one of the first characters I ever got. So I was using them as my main healer since at the time there weren't a lot of healers in the game. Yilong, pretty girl. I got her to go with my Raiden team. Of course, Tignar is a standard banner. I got Nahida. I got Lenny building Petty again, and I ended up getting him because he was pretty close at the top. I got Lenny because I was pulling for Lynette, and Lynette just didn't want to come. She didn't want to come home. I got Farina, of course, because I love her. She's my favorite character. But you can see I don't have a ton. This is really when I like stopped playing for a while, was after this area, after these characters came out. And then I came back for like when Linny came out, finished Fontaine, took a break after like Chlorine came out, and then like came back when Chlorine came out, got Chlorine, got Kanish, Muica, took a break again. Now I'm going for Skirk. There are a few characters I want. Like, I want maybe like Kokomi. Yeah. There's a few 5-star bow characters. There's like Ganyu is one that a lot of people like. I'm very proud of my collection, but yeah, it's taken me a while a lot of grinding to get to this point. I want Kokomi because she's a healer and I have a couple parties that she'd work great on, either like Kokomi or Baizu. I've wanted. I also know the Scoffer is also really good. Yeah, I do have a lot of 5 stars though. The reason I have a lot of 5 stars, if you look at all these progress, I have basically almost completed all the exploration in a lot of areas. Because that's what I would do, is go and get all the chests in all the areas and the places of characters I want. So literally, I've gotten almost all the chests except for this new area down here and this this area over here too. So like the more newer area. So yeah, even like Inazuma, I've almost finished completely. Because, I mean, why not just go chest hunting? Yeah, I did a lot of chest hunting. A lot of chest hunting. If I look at my history, let's see how far back it goes. I'm pretty sure I got Maruka, like, actually, from pity. Like, close, 75 or something. Yeah, this goes back a while. Oh, this goes, like, yeah. This is niche with also pity. It's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 1, 2, 3, 75, right on soft pity. And that's how it always goes. So yeah, it looks like a lot, but each one of them was pity. I worked hard for the pretty women and the androgynous boys. There was a time when I didn't have a computer, so I couldn't really play Genshin or anything, so I would go over to my siblings' place and stay up all night just playing Genshin on their PS4. Because I didn't have a PS4 of my own. Literally, I would stay up to like 4 a.m. playing and doing quests and stuff. Yeah. I love my sibling. Like, sure, you can come over to spend time with me. You're totally not just gonna play Genshin the whole time. I did play Genshin the whole time. But it was awesome to see the kitties. The kitties kept me company on my long nights of Genshin. Pretty sure I would also like play with like the sound off or like with earbuds plugged into the controller so I wouldn't wake them and everything. Oh god. Yeah. The struggles. And then I switched to like playing on my phone for a while too until it was like too much for my phone to handle. I got a computer, so now it's switched to the computer.
So well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped.
She was indeed.
Apparently,
Together under the same
he knows
master
this
in Chen
person
Vale.
from the
She is
past.
several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels. Wait, Changsheng, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jiang?
Jiang Li
Oh.
did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but the last time she visited us, she and master had some sort of quarrel.
Quarrel? What? I don't know.
Ooh.
I did not witness.
Nor did master ever explain it to me. All he would say...
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme
I'm pretty far from phone, so it's pretty alright.
No.
I
Even if my master had
played a
never
lot
said
of mobile
anything,
games,
it would
so
still
I
be my
didn't
duty as a...
really feel any difference. The hardest thing to get used to was switching from playing the
So few
computer,
words from me is
like
enough to
playing
dispel
with a
all your
controller,
suspicions?
to playing with my fingers.
You ought not be...
And I mean, it's the same Switch onto computer. That was hard to get
Let's
used to
leave the idle
too.
chatter there for now.
So,
Jiang, let's
but it
split
was
up.
pretty alright.
But if anyone finds
They're
anything,
pretty good at, they've
we'll
gotten
examine
better
it
at
together.
optimizing it, like phones and everything. Oh, that's cute. Oh, so, oh, what is up with that you? my current thought. Ayu is like a remnant or something of old gods or something, or it's like born with the remnant from like the dead body of an old god, which is why his father is sick and everything. Oh, oh wow, since they added more wood. I did finish all the main quests that happened before doing all this because I didn't want to do any spoilers, give any people spoilers because I know a lot of people have been like not playing the main quests because they're not fully voiced or anything. But I wanted to do them, so I did them before stream and everything.
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden
Oh no,
inside.
so he's not born with God. He just they just were keeping them for some reason.
Huh. You sense it too? You're right. Is it breathing?
Got some
Paimon
aura.
is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I
That
read
reminds
about this
me
once in the
of
Origins and
the
Symptoms
poison
of
you get
Diseases.
from
This ancient class of
throwing a bunch of
poisons
poisonous
consists of
insects in a
mother and
box
minor loads,
for a
capable
battle
of sustaining
royale.
a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and
Oh,
this one
offshoot.
here are likely minor loads.
Offshoots? So, the main box.
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior.
The goal
Oh,
of the.
weird.
Wait. So, back when.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's
Was she
key
doing this to
ingredient.
control her
The
husband?
mother load.
A little weird.
This is getting crazier and crazier. Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden? Since this poison was carefully hidden away in this secret compartment, the one who concocted it is. You mean.
Talk about controlling. Why?
Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have
Spelling
expertise
out for
in
people.
crafting drugs. Huh? So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense.
Hmm.
Jiang Li does not strike me as.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to
They plan
concoct
on
a
some
poison
good cop,
from
bad
god
cop?
remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of disease. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, do you know anything
Let's
about god
find the
remains in Chinsa
source.
village?
Even the history books have no record. Didn't you used to be on good terms with the. Well,
Chung Shung's memories and powers are not what they were
Oh,
in her
thank
prime.
you. This is a pre-made model I caught, but I really like it,
These
and
days,
I think it
she
fits
has
me
to
very
enter a
well.
contract with a mortal and share
I
their life force
unfortunately
just to
don't
sustain
have
her
the
body.
means at the
I
moment
fear that such
to
ancient events are long
get
gone
my
from her
own
memory by
custom
now.
model, but yeah, this suits my needs. She fits my theme, and everything. And she's super cute. She even has a chibi version, so I can turn her into chibi mode.
whoa. What? After a contract? Share
Ooh,
life force?
sorcery.
Sounds like some pretty spooky
Uh,
sorcery if you
I
ask
also have like a
me.
lot of toggles and stuff too, which I'm very happy with.
Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces
The
with
person
a
who made
powerful
it
being
definitely
like me.
did an amazing job.
With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stronger and
Ooh.
healthier? Baiju, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon
I
sign
feel
a
that.
contract with
Like,
Changqing.
stronger
Unfortunately,
stomach, people eat whatever I
Changchung's
want.
contract
Hell
has
yeah.
strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable.
Peppermint? Hey! What are you trying to say?
That was totally an
Did you just
insult.
literally insult?
So she wants. Shanghai wants weak people who are easy to manipulate, and people won't notice if they won't really think anything suspicious if they die early because they take away the life force.
You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you. Baiju, you're Mannequin Man. Ching-Ching, you're just a pain in the neck. This is
One way to
exactly
put it.
why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right,
Fat
everybody,
you
calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are? If it were
I
up
mean,
to
we're
them,
pretty close to
they'd go
Depti,
their
if
whole lives
I remember
without showing
correctly.
their faces to the common folk. What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly
There's also
fortunate to
Ganyu
have
that
you
we
on
could
our side.
contact.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Oh, what made me want to do streams? My body isn't. Oh, we're gonna call Xiao, but my body isn't suited for working a normal job with long hours, and on top of that, my natural dream has always been
All Adepti in the habit of
something to do with the entertainment
This is
industry, and if you know anything about the entertainment industry,
Baiju,
it's a lot of
first
long,
offense.
long
I
hours,
do believe I've had the pleasure
especially on your
before.
feet. So it's not something my
The
body
lantern night we met
is
briefly. I
able to
was
handle.
unaware of your true identity.
So naturally, as I was
know each other?
exploring different options and things I can do that still fit into the line of work I want to go into, this is kind of the path that I fell into. And I'm like, oh, what if I do this?
Paths have crossed once before.
Maybe I can be entertaining for some people.
I sense the presence
Hopefully.
of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Hopefully some people will find me entertaining.
So too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried.
I do also
beneath
have
the
a YouTube
foundations of
channel that
Joseph
I upload all my streams to, and for a while I did stream on there, but I decided since all of my friends also stream on Twitch, that's why I decided to switch to this
A vile
platform.
monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land. Before it was subdued, the land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinx, the seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the soul, however, its aura is faint and barely detectable. I do not like
Going
to
on Monster
intervene
Hunt.
against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens,
Going on Monster Hunt.
I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure
Basically
your
I've
words of
just,
instruction, Master
like,
Adeptus.
Buzzer over here. My body is pretty physically weak, so I'm not able to stand and walk for
Farewell.
long periods of time. I'm also not able to lift a lot of heavy things, so, you know, most normal jobs are out of the question then.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a
And I
visit to
mean,
a
who wants to
subterranean
work a
cave
boring
on her
office job
earth-gathering
nowadays?
trips.
I also was
Master,
unable to
there's a
finish
problem.
high school because of how sick I would always get. So I have a little bit more of a flexibility with streaming if I get
Did you
sick or
enroll at
something.
Boo Boo Pharmacy?
It's a little bit easier to call out of work.
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute and then he
Already?
Oh,
Based on past experience,
It seems everyone back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
wonder what happened. And they're not gonna take me there? Ugh. It's an old quest, so you have to go there yourself. Oh wait, no. This I definitely is a closer marker. I just need too zoomed out. There we go. Teleport. I was a little too zoomed out to see it the first time. Here we go. Let's see what's up with this guy. Is he poison? Is poison stronger than we thought? We do have a funeral director now around here.
Dad, what's wrong?
If we really need it.
don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baiju, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he said...
When Gui left, he was still conscious.
Kui, please take
Aw.
Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for.
Yes, of course.
Give him more life force.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Very interesting how this quest is turning out, though. Definitely not in any way I think of.
Is there really no other way to save Jiaoliang?
Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm also not great at English, even though it's my first language and everything. As long as I'm easy to understand and everything. Thank you so much for the compliment, though. That is like a huge, huge compliment. I've been a little worrying. I've been worried a little,
Feeling, Dad.
being like, oh, am I entertaining enough for people? So
You're not gonna send
having
me
at least
back,
one person
are you?
to that believe that I am takes a big weight off my shoulders, and
Much better,
you
Ayu.
know,
I'm feeling much better.
puts my worries to
In
rest.
fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even
I
better
feel
than
much better
usual.
now.
Wait.
Master said he needed to
Probably
take a
laying
quick rest
down and
asked me to bring you out of the treatment room.
because he's
It was
not
an emergency,
feeling
so
well.
he must still be
Oh, really? I don't know how I can begin to repay him for.
No.
Yeah, we
the
still haven't
adventurer's
found her. I
guild
wonder
hasn't
where
gotten
she
back to me yet.
is.
I'll come with.
Don't forget
Huh?
what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jiaoliang.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be sent to find where she
Well,
is,
on the
which means we're
bright
gonna be
side,
finding
this
the
means I can
ancient
thank Dr.
god
Baiju in person
remains,
once
I'm
he's finished
guessing.
resting.
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face. Huh? Hey, wait up!
Hmm? I also streaming has been pretty easy for me to get into because I actually have a habit of just talking to myself all the time and making little weird noises.
You're finally awake.
I have a cat, and I even give her a little
That was far
voice
too risky.
There was
when
no
I'm
time.
talking to her,
I had
like
no
she's
other
talking back
choice.
to me.
Jiang Li's design
very
is
sassy.
quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations
So-
that I can learn from.
So,
But like, might as well entertain other people
for?
in the same way I entertain myself.
They've
making funny voices online.
The whole time while you were asleep.
Makes funny little voices for the mainland.
Surely he hasn't.
Usually,
Could have just.
that was probably a hard to understand joke.
Who's talking behind
Sometimes
your backs again?
the man is used to
Yaksha!
refer
There's no need to.
Xiaoliang seemed
to
fine yesterday.
someone
And as a
in
result,
like big
his life force
corporations.
depleted at a greater rate
So like
than
upper
ours.
management and like bigger corporations and stuff.
Even if you got all the poison out.
Yes.
Person you work under.
But more pertinently, the poison in
I'm
Jialiang has a
yeah,
rare
I make a lot
congenital
of
heart
jokes
condition,
that
and
I
ongoing
find funny,
treatment
but
is
a lot of other
essential to
people don't
maintaining
find
healthy
funny.
functioning of his heart meridian.
So
Left
I'm used
untreated,
to,
it puts the
I
patient at
usually
risk of coughing up blood
like
and
to
fainting,
explain my jokes
and in the
after,
longer term,
because
causes irreversible damage
I don't
to the
know, a lot of
internal
people
organs.
I hang up around are like never get them and stuff. What did they say?
Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in
Yes, I
Jialiang's
have a
case.
cat. I also,
Taking it all
thank
these
you.
years. He
Thank
likely
you very
would
much.
have
I
died
like
a long time
making
ago.
very funny voices.
Still,
Yes, I have
using
one cat,
poison to treat
and
a
then
disease
I
is
grew up
hardly
with a lot of
viable
cats,
long-term.
so
Moreover,
it
the
just
longer he
feels
relied
weird
upon this
not
medicine,
having a
That
cat.
explains why Ayu said his dad
It's like something is missing.
god remains are
And
extremely dangerous to be around.
having a cat
Because
to take
humans
care
have
of
no natural. I fear that the situation
kind
is
of
just as
helps
that
me
Adeptus described.
do
I
stuff
never suspected that
because
even Zhang Li
I'll
would
like
turn
forget
to
to
the
feed
same path
myself
as so many others over the
and
years.
stuff and be like, oh,
Perhaps this is the
my cat will be like, no, you have to feed me. So I'm like, oh yeah, food is a thing. Getting out of bed is a thing that
Well, I
exists.
think that it's too. In any case,
And then
I have
cleaning
stabilized
her litter
Jialiang's
reminds
condition
me,
for
oh yeah,
now.
I should probably
So
work out.
her regular exposure
So
to
she
god
helps me out a
remains over
ton.
such a long period will have been
And
catastrophic for her health.
she's cute to boot.
And given that she's
She
already
lets me
been
dress her
missing
up.
for several days, I am fearing.
She lets me dress her up as long as she gets payment.
It's me.
She takes her
Dr. Baiju.
payment in the form of churro cat treats. What cat tubes? Tubes of wet cat treats.
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you.
And she'll let me put a costume on her for as long as
no longer just sit here and watch
the
when,
tube
after all,
gets fed
if
into
it
her
wasn't for
mouth.
me, she wouldn't have had to put herself. I'm
Same with
sure.
clipping her nails.
I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her
Yeah.
herbs.
So
should
I
remember.
do that.
I
I dress
have
her
to
up,
remember.
take some pictures,
Be careful.
feed her a tube,
If you get too agitated,
then
blood pressure and
the
stress
clothes come
levels
off.
will rise, putting further pressure on your heart.
So she doesn't really mind.
Safety. You should stay here and
She
No,
does, for some
I have
reason,
time.
think the worst thing to ever
I'll get
happen to
everything
her
done.
is a brush touching anywhere than her face. She hates being brushed.
This trip will be extremely dangerous. And there is a
So I'm
very
very
real
glad
possibility
that
you will not
she's
return
pretty good
from it.
at cleaning herself.
Are you sure you're prepared for that?
The funniest thing she does, though,
I never
is
expected to live this long in
after
the
she
first
snuggles
place.
with me,
My
she'll
death is
sometimes
already
get
long
up and then
overdue.
start licking herself
So
in the
what should I
exact
fear?
place I
There's only
touched.
one thing I fear now.
I'm like, wow,
And
you
that's that
think
I'll
I'm
forget her
disgusting?
again before we manage to find her.
You have to lick yourself and clean yourself after touching me? Wow.
Very well.
She's cute, though. I've had her for 3 years now, so she's like 3, I think.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading
She's
out
turning
again?
4 in
Yes.
November.
This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each.
I have
of
not been paying
ibuprofen
attention to
from
the
the
class,
Hop to it
and
now.
I honestly
And
don't
remember
really
to be
care.
careful with the cauldron this time.
Okay.
My cat also has a lot of energy. Currently, she's sitting looking out the window. Because what better thing to do? What else do you do, kitty? I sing her songs with her name. Because whenever I have a tune stuck in my head, I'll just sing the melody, but replace all the words with her name. And that's something I love doing. For example, when she is going super crazy, I'll sing like the Mario theme song with her name and go like stuff. Oh, you have old cats? That's amazing. I'm a big fan of older cats. They're very, very lovely. I've had a few that I've taken care of, though it is quite sad when they pass. And I hope that your cat passed peacefully and that they were not in pain. I've had a few of my childhood cats pass, and it was tough, but I was always very happy that I'm very glad that they were not in pain when they passed. Where am I going? Where am I looking? Cats actually do live pretty long life if they, and I've heard that there's a study and there's a cure that people have been going on that's supposed to expend, like I think Japan is researching one that will expand cats' life forces by quite a bit because what the cure does is it's kind of like prevention for like kidney disease. So like how we have vaccinations and stuff, it's like a kitty vaccination for kidney disease, which is what most cats end up coming down with and dying of. And I've heard the research and like they're like in trial stage right now, so it's been going pretty good, and they expect it to be out for the public in a couple years and stuff. Oh, this character. I just killed my character. Oopsies. Oopsies. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. And usually, since that's the most common cause, usually if cats don't end up like getting sick with something like kidney disease or having some things like that, they can live like a long time, like as long as dogs do. Um, my one cat that never really got sick with anything and died of old age actually lived till they were like 2021.
Adventure time.
So cats can give a long time, even though they get 9, it's like, oh, that's an old cat. That's considered
It's
elderly.
just like
They
the day
still
I
live
went
for a long
missing.
time, so I feel like
It's as if
it's still
something
worth it to
inside was
adopt
trying to
older
guide me
cats.
somewhere.
And they deserve they deserve
Another load
just as
spent for
much
the
of a home
custodial
as
server.
younger cats do,
But is
too.
it because we're getting closer to the source? Or
And
because the
in my
leakage of true blood
experience,
is
they give
growing
a
more
lot more
severe?
love than
Jiaoliang,
younger
can you
cats
sense
who
which direction
are
the
more
source
into
is in?
playing than into
I think it's this
snuggling
way.
and giving kisses. They're not as rambunctious. So,
Yes, I'm sure of it.
like caring for a grandma. You're staying over at your grandma's
I feel
place as a
something in
kid,
my heart.
You feeling okay?
taking care of little old ladies and little old men.
Down with something, getting Baiju to check you over.
This place feels familiar.
Genuinely, they're just
I
full of
think
so
I've
much
been here
love.
before.
They're just happy to be there.
There is an
I think I remember this place.
Xiaoyang, are you okay?
No. I have to keep going.
I had a female cat for a while that I basically treated as a little madame of the house. She was so full of love. Sure, let's go with this team. Yeah. The reason I got a younger cat back when I got the cat I currently have is because I had gotten my cat right after I had a cat pass away. But
Judging by the tools they
if it wasn't for that reason, I definitely would have gotten an older cat. And I actually wanted to get an older cat, but
She took me here once and
my family advised
found
me
a way to
against
save
it,
me in this cave.
since again,
But
I
she said that the method would
was
cause
currently
me
dealing with the
to
passing of a cat, so they didn't want me to have to
confused.
go through that
I can't
again
remember what
in
she
a very quick
said.
time span, I guess. A couple year time span.
Easy, Jialiang.
And I love my cat that I currently have, so I'm very happy that I got her. And honestly, she does a lot of things I don't feel like a lot of people would put up with. So I'm like, I'm glad that I was the one who ended up with you and not someone else. She is very spoiled and she acts like it. And honestly, if I got the same treatment as her, I would also act very spoiled.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
Yeah, I have social anxiety too, and my cat makes me feel the same way. When I actually stay over at other people's houses and like have a sleepover, by the time it gets like late and I'm like after the normal hangout time, I'm like, man, I really miss my cat. I don't really want to be sleeping over anymore. I want to just go home and sleep with my cat.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monster... No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what... After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place, and what...
That's right. This sensor.
I mean, my cat
It must
doesn't
have
care
told
when I
me.
get home. They're like, oh, you're back?
This is where
Whatever.
I told
I'm like, I missed you so much. It's been a day.
I can feel it. She
It just feels something is missing if there's not a butt of fur in your face while you're going to bed. I'm not being waken up in the middle of the night by two fluffy paws. Something is wrong.
We're getting close. We're almost there.
You're supposed to wake me
It's right
up.
up ahead.
Where's
The
my
place where
morning
we made
alarm? Oh, I didn't know I had that ready. Yeah, she's my little alarm clock. I'll wake up and she hears me waking up, so she's like,
The energy released
it's
by this
time to get
mechanism can
up.
only
I'm
be
not
activated
letting you go
by
back to
being
bed.
activated by
You don't get to sit in
corresponding
the
mechanisms.
bed.
Perhaps it's something we can make
Which,
use of.
honestly, that's pretty fair. Okay, I get this. I can feel that this is about to get super complicated, though, after this one. This is probably like their introduction. Ooh, do I want... Probably have to... Look at the other door. That one scared me a little bit. Alright. I usually use alarms, but like, I have an alarm because sometimes I like to go back to bed and stuff. But my cat always wakes me up anyway. So, because I sleep with my cat in my room since I have a roommate who also has a cat and they don't particularly get along. So, like, around the time that I usually wake up, my cat will hear me stirring if even if I like wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, be like, time to open the door and let me out. So I sometimes go back to bed after I let the cat out, but lately I've just been getting up after. I'm like, alright, I'm awake now. I guess it's time to wake up. Because I can't fall back to sleep. Because as soon as I leave that bed, I'm not going back to bed.
Adventure time.
It's like, you can't ignore them either. Because she'll keep going. She'll be like, no, I know you're up. You can't pretend that you're going to sleep. You're asleep. Like I have like a 5-year-old up beside my bed. But like this one can't talk. Or like it's a toddler. But I don't have to change its diaper, so it's fine. Sure, I'll take this fluffy 3-year-old. Can I? Can I? No? Oh, I have to open the door first. What's really funny though is I'll complain about my cat, and then every time I do, my family's like, you know that this cat is basically you when you were a kid. You act the same way, man. I'm like, I can't complain anymore now, I guess, because I treated my mom the same way, apparently. My mom finds it hilarious. Be like, ha ha ha, your cat's exactly like you. You have to deal with the same shit you put me through. I'm like, I understand now. I understand. My cat even has anxiety too. It's like, wow, you really are me. I don't hold a Mother's Day, mostly because I forget that when it is, honestly. But I do get her presents for her birthday and like a little dress and everything. And I dress her up for like holidays and stuff. And uh, she'll stay out for like family functions and stuff, maybe just a little bit. Usually she gets like overwhelmed by people, especially with people she hasn't met before. I'm not kidding. She does have anxiety. You have to give her meds for it and everything. But she's like, too many people. I'm all done. I'm all done with the man people. So she'll go in my closet and be like, I'm going to my room to decompress after people time. I'm like, I feel you, Lumi. I feel you, kidney. I also want to climb into my room right now, but I have to interact with people. Because technically I'm the host. Yeah. She does a lot better with meeting new people
God remains
now.
must have lured them here.
But
Watch my back.
she used to like run and hide until like the people are like quiet or she's like met them for a while. Now she'll actually like go all the way to meet people and say hello. And then she'll go in her room because she'll get overwhelmed being like, new person. Oh no, I don't know this person. I got to smell their feet first because for some reason she likes feet because she's weird. It makes sense why she does though. It's like where most people's scents are like most where mostly gathered. So she's like, let me smell. I have to get the strongest scent of this person. What's weird though, that I can't excuse is
Is it?
she'll lick my feet after a shower and everything, and I'm like, buddy, I don't need you cleaning my feet. They're already clean.
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's... It's not as simple as that. The poison within Jialiang's body, if the source is purged... and the poison within Jialiang's body is...
It's like how dogs always like put their noses right in people's crotches. It's like the same thing.
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged...
It's weird, but it's like,
I wondered when this day might come.
alright, you do you, buddy.
Wait. But we've all been working our butts off.
I wonder if they think the same what we do is weird when we go like and hug people or do like handshakes and stuff. They're like weird. But I mean, I guess that's your way of greeting people.
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for
I like to
Jiangli,
greet my people differently.
maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something.
It appears to me that
It also
she's
makes sense
striving to
because
master medicine
dogs and
today.
cats recognize people by their
Even to the
scents,
moment when she lost
while we
consciousness.
recognize people by just like
Maybe it's your
seeing them.
grace wish that you will
So
continue
they
to
need to
take
go
it.
to where the scent's most concentrated to be like, oh, wait, hello, I recognize you, person now. Let me just sniff your shoes for a minute.
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would...
But Dr. Baiju, I'm all too aware that if I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance...
Oh, so
Only
he's
Jiang
actually
would be able
using
to
the
keep
god
her from
remains
life to make my medicine for me.
to stay alive.
Oh, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out, and I know for a fact that I should have
And
died
she's
over a
dying
decade
because
ago.
ooh.
The fact that I've been around to see Ayu grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiangli back...
Oh, so either way, the kid's gonna have to grow up with only one parent. Ooh.
After cheating death for so... Traveler...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry.
I have not been paying attention to the story, but I think I get the gist of it.
I am sure that over the years,
It's like
Jiangli will have
skimming a
tried
book
all the conventional
and being
methods
like,
known to
alright, I have enough to
humankind.
make an essay now.
As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides
Cut out all the
cherishing
middle.
secret art.
Just need the beginning and the end.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. What a crazy situation. Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang...
I've seen many final farewells in my...
In the human realm...
Guess we'll be calling Ho Tao anyway.
...to an end. Is it not at least... That's what...
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, We agreed that once Ayu was old enough
That
to
is a
look at
very
other herbs, it would be time for me to
interesting.
go.
That is a very noble view set.
If you could only see him now. He took
Aw.
so
Damn, what is he doing? Oh no, he just broke the
say my
race.
goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
I'm not really pushing myself to stream. I enjoy talking to people and stuff. But my social anxiety usually comes out like physically being with people and being like around people physically. In this sense, I feel like I'm more playing games with my friends.
At the very least,
So I'm like doing something I
let me stay with
enjoy
you
while
and
also
watch
talking to
Ayu grow
people,
up.
which doesn't really make me like tire me out as much because I'm like, ooh, games. I love this. My brain's like the games are giving me energy and then I'm using that energy to then talk to people.
Something's really wrong with Dad.
It's like powering out. They're feeding off each other and everything.
Don't fret, Ayu.
And then
Why would these memories come to mind
with
now?
normal social situations, I have to like deal with talking to people, the sounds of everything, being in a new like environment, or like obviously not being in my home. So it's like have to be comfortable, and then you also have to think about all the like little nuanced things that happen in conversation that aren't like said out loud and stuff. Being like, oh, am I sitting right? Am I doing this right? And then also with like,
The longer we live,
might be standing or like
the
in
tighter
like or drinking or something. There's
we
just
have.
so many things that happen in like an actual like person to person social interaction. So like those are tiring. Like going to the doctor's office. You have to deal with the sounds of the doctor's
I
office,
would love
talking to someone, then also
to hear
talking about
voice
like
one
your physical
last
condition,
time.
and it's also like not a very comfortable environment because people die there. So that's kind of exhausting. Meanwhile, just talking to someone and like playing something I enjoy is like not exhausting. Cause like I enjoy both things. It's
Traveler,
just
Paimon, welcome.
talking to
This
people can
traveler,
sometimes be
she's
tiring.
absolutely
So,
great these days.
because I run out of
She
things
has
to say.
huge dark
So,
circles around her eyes, and
playing
she
a
never seems to
game,
blink.
focusing, being like, oh, talking about the game, playing a game, doing something I
She
enjoy
keeps spacing
while
out.
also
I had
talking
to call her back
can
several times before she snaps
be
out of it.
fun.
What do you think it is? Is she sick?
Yeah. See, you get it. You get it, yeah. It's like different when you're gaming. It's like different gaming with the boys.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted,
Different feeling, different vibe.
Okay. Paimon does not like that
It's
expression,
like
Baiju.
having people,
That's not serious, is it?
it's like getting all your friends over and playing Mario Kart. All you're thinking about is the game. You're not thinking about what
complexion
you're
is
saying to
good,
each other.
eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong.
And like, you can't think about the area or stuff. You're like, man, you're focusing all on the game and being like,
Physically, you appear to be in good
man,
condition, traveler. Hence my concern.
did my friend just
A
throw a
clean
blue
bill of
shell at
health
me?
is
Man, that was
usually a good
cold.
thing, but in this
I gotta
case,
win
it likely
though.
means
I'm
your
gonna beat
situation
him.
is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But
Gotta prove that I'm the
afflictions of a
better gamer.
non-physical nature, they fall.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
curses, dark
that's why I
magic.
always
It's
enjoyed
hard to
playing
say.
games with like my
It could
siblings
just as
and
easily
stuff.
be a simple case of mental fatigue.
Even though like we wouldn't really I hated social interactions. I always loved playing games, especially with my siblings. Even like
Why don't you rest
I
here
even
for a
loved
bit?
it.
Whatever
I
it
would just
is you're
love playing for the
doing,
sake of playing.
close
Even
to
though
the
my
completion
brother,
are
like
sure
my
to
oldest
reveal
sibling,
themselves in time. Once we know
every
the root
time that they'd
cause,
come like a
we
new
can
game, he'd
administer
get a new
correct
game,
treatment.
he'd learn how to play it, and then not teach us how to play it, so we'd have to learn on the fly, and he'd be beating us. I still would find it fun though. So I'm like, ooh, this is a challenge. I'm gonna beat you. One day I'm gonna learn this game and beat you up. It's kind of like that feeling. It's like talking with siblings or something.
In
Where
the meantime, Changsheng and I will give you
dynamic
the
is
relevant
totally
literature
different.
for afflictions that
Gaming
present
with
with mental
friends,
fatigue.
hanging out with siblings, totally different dynamic. Which is also often why I'm actually very like a quiet person when I'm one-on-one on people. But like when they are like in groups, but then when we're playing games, I'm like the loudest person. So different because you're in the game. I think it's also because like it's something about like multitasking means like your brain doesn't have enough manpower to focus on all the anxious things because you're focusing on just the talking and the game. You're thinking about all the witty comebacks that you can throw out there.
You should get some rest.
You're like,
I can tell.
how can I annoy my friend the most? We're gonna really tilt this person. I have no idea why we went to bed. So, for some reason. I think this is the new quest. I think. The new character's quest. It feels like it is. Uh, yeah. I'm not really into fighting. Like, I like fighting games, but I'm so bad at them, so I don't really play them that often. I usually play them if, like, someone else wants to play them with me, because I don't enjoy playing them, like, on my own. But I enjoy playing them if, like, because I enjoy the experience of playing with someone else. Ooh, something's going on. Someone stole something from me. What got stolen from you? Hopefully that's nothing important. That's totally probably not something important. No.
Rise and... For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. A cut! What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? Nope, nothing there. Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that drink...
Ooh, food. Yummy, yummy food. Let's see. Paimon always loves to eat, though. Ooh, going to Ramen restaurant. Best restaurant around.
So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place. Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning.
I feel that that's how I am with like Mario Kart with my or like other games that my siblings introduce me with. I'm like, well, now I gotta win.
Wake you up first and then we can beat
You introduced me to this game, so now I have to get better than you. I always, especially when I like beat my oldest sibling at Mario Kart, because he's like, or like other games, because he's like the best gamer out of us. So I feel so good when I beat him. It's like, yes! Finally. It's like one of the biggest accomplishments of, I feel, get more of a rush from, from beating him in Mario Kart than I do like graduating.
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the
Ooh.
soul is incomplete.
What the? Wait. Paimon remember right.
I have yet to. I do. Yeah, I mostly felt that though, like when I beat my brother in Super Smash, because that's the game he's best at, and I'm like, my siblings and I are the worst at, because you actually have to learn combos and stuff. So whenever I'd be in, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is the best. Doesn't happen often, but now I feel so good. And then he'd switch to a character he's actually good at and then beat us down. Be like, you can't get cocky. I was going easy on you. I'm like, still hold it in my heart, be like, no, I won. I'm good, I swear. In fact, back, not the new Smash, but like one of the older ones, I think it was like on the Wii. Like, between the siblings, we had to ban one of the characters because I would just play that character and spam this one move, and it made the other two so mad because they couldn't beat me when I do that. They had to ban Pit, was the one that I'd spam, like his down move or something like that.
Tell me.
That's how it
What is
is
it that you saw?
in fighting games. You just learn one move and a character, and you're like, alright. Then the other people are like, alright, time to ban that character. That's kind of dumb that you're banning this. And you're like, that means I'm good.
Tight-lipped, huh? You. I'll take a glass of wine.
We make this one.
Chef Mao, I'll
Such
take
a
a
pretty
grilled
girl.
tigerfish over here.
Okay, I'm admiring the new character's design.
I wouldn't approve
She's so pretty. She looks like
At
she's
the
like
end of the
straight out
day, what
Star
happens to
Rail and
you has
everything.
little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces.
Neither of those things sound.
This new character was I think part of the Fontaine quest at the very end. So if you know Child, this is Child's master, and they met when Child fell into like the abyss and stuff, and trained in that area. Yeah, he met her, and she's like, I think her master is like part of the Hetsun Circle, which is like what Klee's mother is part of, and like Mona's master and everything. And so she's really strong. And it's kind of like on par with like the heavenly beings and stuff. So I was really surprised that they released her. I'm like, damn, do they not have any other characters to release? Because like releasing her is like releasing Dainsleif.
We could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us out.
Because they're like don't really fit into the story at the moment. So I'm like, maybe there's like a new area that they're gonna introduce with that she's part of or something. It's just a very interesting choice. we just played a lot of Mario games. I don't really have a certain genre of games. It's just Mario games are like
10.
they're the type of games where, you know, where like a ton of people can play.
Well,
I think
have you made up your
I also
mind?
played a lot of like Scott Pilgrim growing up and everything. I really I will basically play anything with a story though. It's easier to say what I won't play than like what I will play. I
So,
there's only two genres of games I won't really
I
touch,
understand.
and
Come
that's
find me
the
in the clearing
Souls-like
change when you're
genre
done here. Oh,
and
I
the
left half
Hollow
for the
Knight
drink on the
genre.
table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
And it's just because they're very frustrating genres, and I personally get way too irritated when it takes me more than 3 tries to beat a boss.
Wait, hold on.
And I personally don't feel the reward of beating the boss is enough.
You sure?
Though I do actually
sure
want to learn
you're
like
only 2 at
Sekiro
that table.
and like play those and like maybe play those games at one point, but definitely they would be shorter streams because I would get very irritated very fast.
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like... Coming!
But yeah, we just play Mario games because that's were the type of games that were coming out. Yeah, it's annoying, but I see the appeal though. It's just not my personal thing. Like I'll play Monster Hunter. I like Monster Hunter. It's just I don't have the skill level to enjoy those type of games right now. Though I am trying to get my game level to be like higher. Like I've started playing a lot more shooters and stuff since I didn't grow up with them, so I'm not really good at them. I'm pulling this character up because I want to look at her design more. But yeah, she has a very like Honkai Star Rail design because she's from like Abyss and stuff. Yeah, I'm into horror games. I personally like watching horror games than playing horror games. Simply because I'm a little scaredy cat. So I get scared and I jump at the start of the thing, and it will actually, if I do play a horror game or anything, or like watch like something horror, I have to watch it in the middle of the day because I need to like take the time to watch other things or do something else to decompress. So that way I don't have nightmares. So since I end up getting nightmares from them and stuff. Though I've played Resident Evil. I played one Resident Evil game and I want to play more of them. I will, for the whole month of October, I'm planning to just play horror games. Except for like my probably like yeah, I'll just be playing horror games for October. But because like other than like having like a special event of it, I'm like I don't want to scare myself. I don't find Resident Evil games that scary, like super scary, so I might, if I feel like it, I might play one of those, because I did, since they were, especially since those were like on sale recently, I'm like, ooh, perfect time to play them. Silent Hill, though, is like super scary. That is one that I'm like, that is terrifying. I don't know. Something about them. They just give totally different vibes to me.
This is what they were collecting.
I'm like, one's super scary. One's not. One game I absolutely will not play unless it's like, it will take like a lot for me to play it. Like, probably I would, it's the type of thing I'd put like as a stream goal, or like a donation goal or something, would be like Alien Isolation. Because I know that would mess me up.
Carrying within them a warped will and a dark together.
And like those types of games where it's like you're running from a monster or something. And like you can't fight the monster. I'll look into them and see if it's something I'd be willing to play. I'm willing to play it if I'm like able to fight the monsters in them and to fight the things that scare me. But if it's just like running away and hiding, then I'm like, ooh, like Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like, ooh, that's gonna have to be saved for a special occasion. Five Nights at Freddy's, though, I could probably do, and it's like an October thing. So it's not as scary as like something like Alien Isolation.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what it was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to now.
I think the one that I played was like Resident Evil 4 or something like that. I think it was that one. That's the only Resident Evil game I played. Though I do love the new one. The new one is very, very pretty.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards.
As in like the characters and the art style in general.
For no reason. The remains
and I know that there's also like another one that's going to be coming out soon because I've seen trailers for it, and like not trailers but like spoilers for it, and I'm like, ooh, that one has a female protagonist. I'm definitely gonna play that one. Even though they're not typically the type of games I play.
Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless, of course, God remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Yes, I did say Alien Isolation.
Wait, you mean the stars?
Yeah.
42 of them have died out in the past.
If I can fight them, I'll play. Because that means even if I'm scared, I can still shoot.
People believed that powerful individuals
It's a good fear response. When scared, just shoot. But yeah, I don't think it would be that entertaining though, because usually my fear response is kind of to just freeze. And I'm not really like scared in the moment. I might like jump or something, but I'm not someone who like screams and stuff, which I know is very entertaining. I usually just jump. But mostly I just get scared like after. When I'm like actually thinking at night, my anxiety is like, what if these things were real and actively going after you? Yeah, Alien Isolation is hard. Five Nights at Freddy's get me, but for some reason Resident Evil doesn't get me, because it's like, honestly, because my brain's like, can't take, there's like not really any anxiety in Resident Evil for my brain to kind of latch onto, because like, what are the prospects of Resident Evil actually happening in real life, man? Pretty low. So my anxiety can't really scare me that much. Meanwhile, in isolation, like these dark figures in the dark, crazy killer stalker, totally gonna get after you. And I'm like, please no.
This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time,
The zombies though?
there's
Nah.
no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know
I ain't
for
afraid of
sure
no
is this.
zombies.
Getting back what you lost, considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by
What
now,
sucks
at
though is
least.
I love
But
like
that's not the way I
horror
can see
and
it.
like
So is your
crime
sharper
mysteries,
sense.
even though they're
You're
so
supposed
scary.
to
They're like my
crush
favorite
you
thing to
up
watch
against
though.
it.
So like, if the game has mystery, sure, I'll play it. I'll be scared out of my mind, but I'll play it. It's like ghost hunting games. I love them. And I'll play them, but I'll be like super scared the whole time.
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to an.
I'll just be like sticking with my friends, being like, please don't leave me.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis.
I said Alien Isolation though as like an example, because I know even people who like love playing horror games still won't like there's a lot of people who love playing horror games and love playing Resident Evil and stuff,
Getting mixed up
and they
with me
still
can have
won't touch that
unforeseen
game.
consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This
There's
is a
just games like
transaction,
that.
that's all. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh. You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's a great bell. Whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. Ah, Paimon's got it. Anyway,
Mostly the reason though, another big reason though is if I do schedule horror games, they'd probably be like earlier in the day because like after I finish streaming, I usually just go straight to bed, and that's not a very good thing to do after playing a horror game. Or it's like 10 p.m. and I'm like, oh god, I don't want to just finish a horror game and it being like in the middle of the night.
This is where I live. I suppose
That's
it's
like
the
the
closest
worst
thing I
thing.
have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you. But
One game I really do want to play, even though it's like slightly,
in that time,
like one of my favorite games is actually slightly in the horror genre. I can't remember the name off the top of my head because I'm terrible with names. So let me just go in my Steam workshop and look at that.
Oh, right! That's Child's real name. Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that.
And I need to read because I have no idea what's been happening. Uh, 3 months, 3 days outside. Okay. No wonder he didn't die. Uh, mm, ta. Why is my brain not working? Inscription. That's the game. Inscription's like my favorite game, but it's technically a little horror. And I will definitely playing that in October. It's not really like horror, it's more just like has a creepy atmosphere though.
Yes, well.
Like even that still gets me.
In the outside world, the traveler could be now. We just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your
It's a very story-driven game, so, and I'm a sucker for story-driven games, especially if they're like, have a mystery to them. And that game has two of my biggest things. Story, mystery, I'm all in. Another good game series that I love is like, I love Persona, I love Danganronpa. I know they have a game that recently came out, 100 Line. I also want to play that. I don't know if you can play it on the PlayStation, but I know you can play it on the Xbox because it's free on Xbox Game Pass.
Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded? Okay.
Probably can play it on the PlayStation though. I wouldn't be. I'd be a little surprised if you couldn't.
Just the abyss is something sinister.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if I'll respect your opinion though, just means we have a little abyss crystal that contains my power. Where it means experiencing whatever the other person is. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power and have no plans to jump in the deep with dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my...
Huh. You make it sound
tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. To play it safe.
Wait, you're gonna teach her? Does that mean the next time we see Child?
Do as you want. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build...
Getting some training, ooh.
But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more
she moves fast.
I have a long list of games I want to play though. Like Ghost of Tsushima is on that. That's why I had to like set aside being like, all right, for October I'm only playing horror games because if I don't set a month aside for it, oh man, I'm not gonna get to them because my list is just so long. But like, the reason I haven't though started playing like all those games because I only want to do like one long form game, like really long game playthrough at a time. That way I still have like other content for people who like maybe are not interested in that game that can tune into instead of it just being like, all right, we're playing this game over and over, and then we're playing like a different game, and like those are two games I'm playing. I don't play anything else
so I won't bore you with the basics.
until I finish those games.
Sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters, consciously or not.
I want a little more variety.
Master Jean, Kuching.
At the moment, that long form game that I'm playing is like that I'm doing a playthrough of is I'm doing Persona 3 playthrough. I'm almost done with it though. I should be done maybe next month, probably.
You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not to use the human body as an analogy.
Yeah,
Your
probably
style
next
is your
month.
skeleton. The foundation,
Because I still have a good chunk of the game left.
are the muscles and other
Like
flesh
a
attached
couple
to
months of the
bones.
game.
This is where your strength comes from.
But not too much.
Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you need to do some introspection. Take a good hard look. Only then will you get the full utility out of it.
Wait, in Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you
I need to pay attention to what they're saying.
As basic a trick as any other.
Sword
Right now,
techniques.
sword styles there are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. That's all I have to say. Time.
Okay, so she's gonna beat us up.
Destroy the crystal
Pretty
columns
lady
as
is gonna
swiftly
beat
as
us.
you can.
Nope. Oh, she's not. Man. I was ready to get beat up by a pretty lady. Aww. $900? That is a lot.
Hang in there, traveler.
Oh. That is a lot of crystals. This is gonna take a while. I doubt they're gonna make me do all 900 though, right? Right? You know, yeah, no, they didn't make me do all 900. Great. Oh no, they will, maybe. No, nah, they're not that mean. Oh, okay. I have a feeling I'm supposed to do this in middle, but yeah, I'm not great at games.
Stay calm. Use your head.
I'm
You
just,
have to keep it together.
like, I'm okay. There's also some games I've been playing on the side. Like, I've been playing Claire Obscure too, on the side. I don't know, am I not good at it? It's fun though. I just suck. Please, please. There's so many. Not even near the amount that I'm supposed to do. Oh, can I even do this? Can I finish it? Ah, please, please. Okay, I did it. Ah. We got stronger.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Gotta show all the sword journey? Oh, okay, it didn't use all the sword uses.
Consider a moment of true mastery.
That'd be a
that you've
long
witnessed in
cutscene
another
if it
person,
did.
And ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
Maybe they will. Looks like they're doing it, like, cut off now. Hmm. Well, another game I want that I might play soon,
Empty your mind, but do
considering
not
if I
stop.
can get a group for it, would be like some Monster Hunter games. Because a couple of other VTubers I was talking to were interested in playing some Monster Hunter games. So I've been looking into doing
Stay in
that.
frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an
And
extension
as for
of your
horror,
body.
I also know a lot of like DBD, Dead by Daylight,
Dragon's liquid lair. Ring cutter.
like
Feathers
VTubers and stuff. So I'm looking a little into learning how to play that and seeing if they'd want to teach me or get a group of Dead by Daylight people in so we can all play it together. Because I'm like, I don't want to play that on my own. Because that's a game that's very hard to get into. Especially if you're like playing on your own. So I'm like, I need to get some friends together to play that.
Looks like.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies.
Yeah.
Mostly because that game is very hard on survivors.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing
So,
the same very soon. Let's hope you see
Dead
that
by
flower place in
Daylight
your dream,
and like the people
so
who
we
were
can get
playing
this
like the
investigation over
killers
and done with.
have such an easier time. So it's very hard to play Survivor and like learn how to play the game and stuff. Since it's a game that is very heavily in the killer's favor. Makeshift camp. Okay, it seems like we're gonna go do some rafts after a long day of training. Yay! Tapping in the abyss. Let's see. I wonder if we'll get if the monster will come back in our dream and try and take our soul away again. I mean, that's what we're hoping for with the little amulet and stuff. Ah, okay, yeah. Then, I'll, I might not play them then, but I'll definitely be on the lookout for like remakes and stuff. Since you said that they're pretty old games, then, and since they're super popular too, they might get remakes. Since they have a huge following, even though they're that old. And I know a lot of games have been getting remakes recently. Pretty! Sark said she would guide us, so let's just be the little guiding creature that's gonna help us. Oh, they all have different stories? Is it like Resident Evil where they all have different stories but like they connect? Or is it just completely like different stories but they all are like the same genre of game like Danganronpa? But since you suggested it, I'll definitely look into playing it.
Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
I'll add it to the
You
list.
shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to, but I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday.
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can...
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too.
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own.
Oh.
Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her
Yeah,
happy.
I feel like
Besides,
they should
we
let her
can
do what
handle
she
no bark
wants.
and no bite.
Especially if she's not learning
Our
anything
adventurer's
from
gonna be
going to
hungry when she gets
classes.
back. Let's get started on dinner.
Everyone learns at different speeds. Where are we going? Oh, it's talking to us.
The stars shimmer high above. But what mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Can't be the only one asking these questions. I'm sick of being a kid. But for now...
Ooh, getting into trouble.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
This doesn't look good.
No, please spare the children. Stay back.
Ooh. Okay.
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it. Here. There's
Okay.
fire
Yeah,
everywhere.
I'll look into it.
Shouldn't have trusted these outsiders.
Yeah. I'll put it into the list of games to look at. I'll probably look it up after stream, yeah. That way it's still fresh in my mind. I actually remember to do it.
Why are you doing this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink. Showed you the best our home
Oh,
has to
this
offer.
is...
Die.
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone...
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from up.
Rest assured, sir.
Mm.
We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the
Good.
This has some disturbing realities to some history.
What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fight to prevent them from making some kind of last stand. We're planning to clear out the
Well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a...
Well, at least the world is developed enough that stuff like this doesn't happen anymore.
Skirk, you're all right.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot.
This is the place.
Run, Skirk. Run as far. Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl is so cute.
I haven't been streaming that long. I think I started streaming in February, but I actually only started like streaming on Twitch this much. And I try to talk to chat. I actually have the reason I keep looking down is because I have my chat on my phone, and my phone's just right next to like my mouse and stuff. So thank you very much for the compliments and everything. Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I do try to keep a constant chatter going. But yeah, I don't know very many games, so I'm always interested when people recommend games to me, because I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. I might try it. And I mean, who knows? Even if it's a game that doesn't look like it'd be my type of game, it might be. So it's good to at least try a game out, see what it's like, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. I mean, it's good to at least put an hour into something though. Try it out, see what it's like. I say an hour because like it takes at least about an hour to actually get into a game and see what a game's like and get past, the tutorial of stuff. But yeah,
Clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, this time,
I'm always up to
elemental energy.
trying stuff,
Ready to begin.
try new experiences. Personally, I don't like very big chats. I get very overwhelmed when there's like too many people. So I enjoy talking with like a smaller group of a chat or something, so that way I can actually focus on what's
The way I see it,
being talked about, and instead of like 20 different people trying to get my attention talking about different things. I'd rather all the chat be talking about one thing, or even having conversations with each other and stuff, and being like a tight-knit group.
For which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the Five Sinners. The elemental energy of Tivad, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These two forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. A keen observation, call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So
yeah, I don't know how people do it either. I mean, I know there's like an option to make the chat slower and stuff, but I mean, like, even then, it can be hard to like catch certain people, and I don't want to make people feel like I'm like ignoring them or something, even if I'm just like accidentally missed something. I'm like, man, these people are like speed readers. I could never. I mean, as long as people are enjoying it and know that I don't mean to ignore them, I'm fine with it and stuff. I more would just want, I'd rather have a chat that is more, that reflects me as a person and understands me, instead of big popular chat that's talking about like 20 different things.
But is purification really what's going up? Just thinking out loud.
I feel like
let's focus on your elemental training.
That way it's easier to understand my chat, and even if I miss someone, they'll know, be like, oh, they probably just didn't see it.
True growth comes from adversity. But only
and
if you make the choice
who knows, maybe someone
Still,
else
push
will
yourself to the limit.
pick up
Why
on what they're
keep
saying and
pushing?
either
This is
get
the
me to
only
see
way
it,
to advance at
or
pace.
even or answer the question on their own.
Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Or it could even spark a conversation, or spark people to have their own conversation about like a game or something. Be like, oh yeah, that game's super cool. I'd love it if said streamer would play this game. And then even if I didn't see the original message, I'd be able to see it then. Is that like understandable? Sometimes I don't always say things that make sense. I tend to ramble
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use
and
to kill
talk
the
about the
spell.
same things in tons of different ways. Oh, look at me go! I will get you. Oh, this is gonna take a while. So, no, don't kill me! No! At least there's some health around that I can collect. If I do get to the point though that I feel like I can't like get to people and that it's a little overwhelming and stuff, I'll probably end up
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
probably enlisting the help of some friends or some very helpful chatters to help me make sure that everyone
You need to be quicker than you were
ends
in your
up
dream.
feeling heard and everyone has a good time. Oh no. Yeah. Even though I do end up tend to ramble and stuff, I feel like, well, at least it's good background noise while people are doing stuff. Because I'm the same. I I like to have like stuff going on with the background because I feel weird if I don't have like something playing in the background when I'm doing something. Personally, I play music, but sometimes I like will play my friends' streams and stuff like that and stuff just so I have like background clutter. The background noise and background clutter. So I'm like, at that point, it doesn't really matter what I'm talking about and or what the person's I'm listening to is talking about because I'm not really fully paying attention and stuff. Which is why I do 2 streams that are like later at night for me, and then I do 2 streams that are earlier in the morning. So I have like different groups of people, but along with being like, maybe if someone wants to like listen on their job or something. That way, lots of people can hear me chat, even if they just want to put me on for background noise. I can be cute background noise. Yay! Getting into our elements. Oh, man, MC is so much better at this than I am.
Reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good get some rest.
Yay! More rest time. Going back to Dreamland, I suppose. Learning more about Skirk and my background. Yeah, I also spend a lot of time in my room, so I struggle to find things to talk about. Which is why I like story games, 'cause I'm like, oh, then I can just talk about what's happening in the story or something like that. Uh, like or like maybe I'll talk about my day or my cat or something. Uh, when I'm doing like my Persona playthroughs and stuff, whenever it's dungeon crawling, I feel like I'm struggling to try and keep talking and keep the flow of the chatter. I'm like, ah! Even though so I end up just talking about random things like my day, my past, my cat, the architecture of the game, the characters, and all that. Whatever I can think of, basically. Be like, oh, don't think about it. But I mean, at some point, it just gets to a point and be like, what can I talk about? There's only so much I can pull inspiration from.
So it has not broken. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing after all.
But yeah, when I'm not streaming, I spend all my time basically in my room not talking to anyone at all. One, to rest my voice, and two, I'm just like, I don't really like talking to people.
Good Skirk.
I'm not someone who actively seeks out conversation and stuff. I'm more of someone who just responds. I even have points where like I'll not text my friends for months on end, and that's just like normal. And be like, sorry, my social battery died for like a month, like 3 months. And I kind of forgot that you existed. Sorry. My friends know I do that though, so they don't really mind. That's the type of thing that people mind when they're like teenagers or kids, but as soon as you're like an adult, you can go months without talking and nobody will bat an eye.
And become master over your physical form.
Yeah, I also find it easier to talk with people who are similar, and it's very easy to talk to you too. Thank you for
Yes, Master.
feeling that I'm easy to talk to. Uh, how do I? Oh, there is a bot. And what do I do? Yeah. Oh well, it's just one. That's not. What do I do? Ah! Oh well. Yeah. I'll let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to do. You know what? That's a later me problem.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are.
Uh, let me do that. Uh, yeah, there, there.
So, want to head up?
I think I did it. That's my first time interacting once, so I had to figure out what to do. Because again, I've only ever done like one other stream on Twitch. This is like only my second stream. So I'm like, I don't quite know the controls yet.
That's only part of it.
Took me a bit to find the right control.
Your journey, the friends you have made, the danger. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure.
What are we doing
You
now?
must be ready.
Since I usually have trouble talking to people, I don't have a lot of people who are close to me, but I do have quite a few people I talk to.
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can
Oh,
denounce their
interesting.
deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain.
Thank you. I'm stressing out a little bit, but I feel like
Emotions will always
I,
rise in combat.
it's not
Anxiety,
too stressful.
fear.
It's very more stressful if there's like a ton at once. I'm like, I have to deal with all these things and I can't find the right button. Oh my god, what am I doing? No, you didn't say anything rude. Nothing rude was said. I was just taking a moment to read through everything and making sure I had read and uh discussed everything that had been said and everything. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
How amusing. Almost sounds like butt.
No.
Let's begin.
If there's anything rude said, I'll probably just ignore it unless there's like a ton of rude things being said. But, yeah, I'd probably just ignore it or unless I feel I'm like super uncomfortable with it. Like, if a ton of people are saying the same thing that's rude, then I'd probably address it. But, yeah, no, nothing rude was said. I just wanted to take a minute to make sure I understood everything. No, I don't care about stream stress. I don't stress about swear words. I swear, as you can see, swear words are not banned in my chat or anything like that because I don't care. In fact, I also swear. I mainly limit my swears when I'm streaming. That way, if like a little kid or someone who's not comfortable little kid wanders in my stream, it's not too jarring, or maybe, but for the most part, it's for because I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with people saying swear words, so I limit my swear words when I'm streaming. But I swear all the time. I say a ton of swear words, especially when I'm playing horror games and stuff. I swear so much. It's like the only thing I say when I'm playing when I'm playing horror games is swear words. That's the only thing that comes out of my mouth. And I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. Oh.
Not bad. Better than I expected.
Yeah, when I get like super stressed in a game, like I get like, for example, like in this game, if I'm like chased by enemies, I'll keep being like, shit, crap, oh. Yeah. So I'm like, my brain's lagging, so I'm like, I can only scream for swear words now. Oh, hi! Hey, Freya! Hello! I'm playing a little Genshin and everything. This is a friend of mine who just raided in to the Genshin. She got off mid-sentence. That is so like Ferrari. That's so like there. Oh my god. I'm gonna finish up this quest probably and end soon because I still haven't eaten dinner. But thank you for the raid! Thank you for the raid, yeah! How was the game? What did you play? It's fine, it's fine. I have quick food to eat that I can eat pretty quickly. Plus, I had a snack and everything. I ate some raspberries while I was streaming. So, oh, okay. Cooperative. Supermarket, yeah. Ooh, that sounds crazy. But super fun. I've played Supermarket together, I think, with some siblings and stuff, and that game is always super chaotic. And that's even without like a horror game happening in the background.
That's to be expected.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't seem like a super serious hurricane, though. If Hazel is screaming through it, it's probably not super serious. But still a scary situation to be in. Probably not scary if you're used to it, though. Oh, her power cut out? Oh my. Hazel's a trooper, though. Hazel don't care.
Get some rest. No point training further.
I hope she's okay, though. We'll have to message her later when she gets her power back and see if she's okay. I know they can be super hurricanes can be super devastating. They can be super devastating. Go, it's fine, go eat your ice cream. You already answered all my questions that you need to. Go eat. You did your job. Your job was to stream.
You managed to push past your limits, which is a good.
Bye! Right now, we're playing some Genshin. We're doing, this is the newest quest. It's a story quest. Oh, that's sweet, Aster. This is the biggest, this is like a story quest, character quest right now. I already did all the main quests and stuff, so no spoilers here for people who play Genshin. This is, well, a little bit of a spoiler, but no main story spoilers and stuff. More like optional spoilers, because this is like an optional story that you don't have to do that. As you can see, I say that because I have not done a lot of the optional quests. Yeah. Let me show off my yeah. I wish I don't know how to do that, but yeah. Basically, for years now, I haven't done any side quests in this game. So I have a lot of side quests.
I heard it was pretty bad.
For context, the last time I did a story quest, the last story quest I have, like the earliest one I haven't done is Baiju's story quest. Baiju's and later I have not done, so we're kind of just going through all of those. Aww, I don't need it. But thank you, Aster. I do have some stuff planned for if I get it and stuff. Some cool little things that my model can do. Since my model can do chibi mode, I'm thinking of making that something that people can like activate themselves and stuff.
Incredible.
Yeah, like use channel points to activate it. I think that'd be super cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm just happy to be entertaining for people. Get to play with my friends. I know you take care of streamers after. I've watched you in Sarah's chat and well there's in why am I blanking? In Koshi's chat, yes. I blank on names. I blank all the time.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
So, yeah. I've seen you be a menace in all your streamers' chats, making sure they reach new heights.
Do you even remember
Oh wait, I also have to.
in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you
That is a requirement. I know you collect mod positions.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Fine. I gave you a new I added to your collection. Just like you making sure I can hydrate and stretch, I have to make sure you're modded.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past.
Add to your collection, make it stronger, bigger. Aww. The spam of hearts. All the pretty hearts. Oh, those hearts are all so cute. I'm gonna have to get one of my own.
Run, Skirk, run!
That way I can add to your spam. Astrid is a friend of. If I know some people are new here, Astrid is a friend of mine, which is why I modded them. We talk a lot, especially in the server that my friend Koshi and my friend Farah run. They both run for servers that Astrid and I are both in.
First things first, you need a new idea. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying, as the Conrian saying goes,
Oh, Alice.
venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same.
I've been seeing a lot of
but
Alice
braving
today.
the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
I forgot Skirk's from a different planet, yeah.
Splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but ignore her existence for too long, and there will.
Currently what we noticed is there's, the kind of story of this crust is there's a monster that in the abyss that fed on like dead gods and stuff, and as they got stronger, they wanted to feed on stronger things. So they're now trying to feed off of us. So Skirk came over and was like, which is this lady over here. She came over and is trying to stop that. So we're in the abyss right now, and she's kind of training us to fight the monster while also going into our dreams when we're dreaming. And side effect of the dream walking is that we're able to go into like her subconscious while she's in our subconscious, which was a little bit we were just watching right now that had Alice in it.
Of course you are. That's why Skirk and Paimon got this. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus,
here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after
I've been playing Genshin. The reason I stream Genshin is because I want to get the character Skirk and add her to my team. Because I have a team that she'd be perfect for.
Paimon's turn to sleep now.
Because I have Shinhei already. So I'm like, gotta get Skirk and put the girls together.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want...
Ooh, 3 questions! We need these questions, because if I remember correctly, we didn't get any questions from the Pyro Archon quest. So we're getting them now, it seems like.
Okay, not the angle. I knew that was a possible side effect. Even with the dream mirroring.
Ooh.
Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no... I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars.
She's part of Star... I can see her coming and, being part of the Star Rail cast, since this is her past.
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me... Several hundred
She seems like a cool character. Can't wait to
to
learn more about her.
And sent me here.
I hope we do. I hope we get to see more of her.
But this is not my home.
Wait, what did she just say? I just missed the last part. Second question.
to become. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible.
Well, it seems like her master is
I need to understand
the one who burned down her home.
To do that, I need to follow in
Or,
his footsteps.
yeah.
Walk the path he once walked. Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident, but it's been years now.
Ooh, you get child some answers. Probably gonna be a while until we give him those answers, but...
Hey, Jack. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate their role models. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again.
Oh, so she's just waiting for him to get stronger. No? Maybe not. Yeah, time passes slower here than it does in Teva. She must be incredibly lonely.
No right to remember me. Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything
Maybe not. Maybe we're not getting our questions about the mixed land and everything. But I have so many questions after the last story quest. It's really good. So if you're playing this game, definitely, you're definitely gonna like the next story quest. Also, taking the time to stretch right now, because even though you're saying you want to make me stretch and hydrate, I do make sure to stretch and hydrate myself while streaming. Okay, bye! This is 3 p.m. I hope you have a good rest of your day and that you have good sleep, and that your food is very delicious. Okay, bye! Yeah, I think I'm almost done too, because I'm gonna finish up this quest and then probably leave. And I think it's almost done. Because Skirk just told us bye-bye. And I don't want to leave this quest unfinished. Oh, now I can finally show you. Show you my collection. Show you guys my collection. So, this is my collection of everybody. My collection of all my quests that I never finished. It's quite a big one. All of these. Never done. Yeah. So, even though I try to keep myself hydrated and make sure I stretch, I'm probably gonna... I'll still add them though. That way... Hmm? Huh? I don't understand. If you want the stretch and the drink channel point requests, I'm completing them now. What do you mean? That's the whole point of this stream, is to complete them. But, yeah. I'll add the stretch and drink channel point redeems just for you, Aster, since you like them so much. Hey. What makes it worse, Aster, is look at this. I took the time to get my exploration in every region very high. All these regions. Even the ones in, like, Natland is high. Except for, like, the newer areas and stuff. And I still didn't do those story I just didn't want to do them, okay?
Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
It didn't interest me. I like treasure hunting.
Yes.
This is just
If
story.
we're here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream.
I mean, yeah. It's all unfinished quest.
You have some experience.
But I
with
basically
looking lands
finished
by now.
almost all of the map.
This is someone else's
But
territory.
didn't do any of the story quests. Because I'm like, I just want to fight monsters.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at. Oh,
I just want to fight the monsters, okay?
that means you need to stay safe,
Alright.
Why do I want to listen to story and get lore when I can just beat up monsters? If you think this is bad, this isn't anything like my sibling. My sibling, isn't, like, at the world level to get to Inazuma yet. So they like playing this game, so, like, they're not at the world level, so they can't go to Inazuma. So instead, they like going around and exploring all of the mainland. So they have, like, Natlan unlocked and everything, and all those, like, other lands unlocked. Even though, and they can't fight any of the enemies because the enemies are too strong for them and stuff. But they have, like, a ton of exploration done on the map. It's, like, insane. And I'm like, oh, baby. Please, come on, sibling. Just level up your character. I'll literally, I told my sibling, give me your Genshin account info so I can go into your world and level up your characters for you. Cause this is hurting my soul. They've still yet to give me the information, but they said they will. So I can do it for them. Yeah. Because they're like, I don't want to grind. That's a lot of grinding. And I'm like, I will do the grinding for you. Just please, don't make me look at this any longer. And, like, they have, like, Arlecchino and stuff, but they can't even get, like, they have a lot of the later characters and stuff, but they can't get the material to unlock the characters because they can't find the bosses. So they're like, oh, well, I need these bosses and I can't fight them because I'm too low level. And I'm like, okay, invite me to your world so I can just beat these people up for you. No, they have not played. They have. They played Sky Children of Light a little bit, I think, because I also played it with them and with a friend of mine. I don't think they've played it for a while, though. Again, with probably last time they played it was the last time they played Genshin, because I made them. Because I'm like, I want to play Genshin, let me level up your world. Let me level up your characters. And, like, I promise, they made, because they stopped playing because it's hard to level up characters. I'm like, but they made it so much easier. They made it so bosses respawn quicker. To be honest, though, I have quite a few characters I also need to level up. I have, like, my main characters that I leveled up, but I have a few I still need to level up.
Did we make it to his hiding place?
Yeah, Yeah, they played it a little bit. I don't know if they still play it or if they like it, but I'll have to ask.
Part of your soul should be nearby.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't have to grind. I
Tracks just in case.
I have characters that I can play with, and they're strong. I just need to level up talents and like get better gear and stuff. So like, you know, the grind.
If you're too reckless, you might be playing right into our enemy took part of
the real torture, not just going and beating bosses over and over again. The real torture, getting skill books. But it's mostly because I like play Genshin once in a blue. I would play Genshin once in a blue moon, so like I'd grind them when they're open, but then like I wouldn't play it again for like 3 months. So then I'm like, oh wait, this isn't open on the day I need it to be, and then when I played or open it, I'm like, it's still not open. Oopsies. Oh well. I just am really bad about opening games every day to grind them.
From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
So yeah, I'm really bad on those games that like I forget you like there's games that do like the login if you like things where like if you log in every day you get awards and stuff. I'm so bad on logging in every day, so like I never finish the like 7-day rewards and stuff. Yeah, see? Thing is, I take a break and then I forget the game exists. Because my ADHD just I'm like, nope, this game doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, oh, and then I hear about an update and I'm like, oh yeah, this game exists. I should play that. And then the cycle repeats for years and years and years. Which is also why I never finished any of this game's story quests. Not solo games. Yeah, that's also understandable though. I have a couple games that I refuse to like play on my own and stuff. One of them being Repo. I will not play Repo on my own.
Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that you're whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to.
What is this?
Namely, break through my
Yeah, that's why, I mean, like, if any of my friends are playing Repo, I'll immediately join in and be like, can I play with you? Farewell, can I play with you?
No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only call it fate if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world. In any case, it works to our advantage.
Yeah, Repo's so fun, but definitely very stressful if you're playing it alone. So I'm like, I don't want to put myself through that stress.
I'll cope. Well, done gorging. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
Oh yeah, didn't we beat up all-devouring? I think all-devouring. I think MC beat up the all-devouring narwhal like a while ago.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone, which leaves one possibility. You know my master.
Oh no, she's talking about the other thing. She's talking to the creature. Not us. I thought she was talking about us. I'm like, weren't you there when we beat up the narwhal? This makes more sense.
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Yeah, I have a few other games. I'll some planes. I play Marvel Rivals too, but like I'll sometimes play it on my own. But I mostly just play that with like a group of people, and I have a few other games that I just play with a group of people. I'm like Devour. I'll play Devour with a group of people. I will not play that game alone.
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their keep calm.
What should we do? Yeah, I guess we're retreating.
Final victory doesn't always come at. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got. Get us out of here, traveler. You'll need to lead the.
Guess we're retreating. Run, run. Oh, I got it.
Is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time.
Let me just run past these enemies. I don't need to fight them. You notice every game that has like sprint and stuff, automatically because of the games that you like can hold down and run, I just constantly just pressing the button. Even if there's like no actual sprint in the game, I'm still pressing the button to sprint. I'm like, it's not this button, but I'm still gonna press it. It's like even if like sprint is a different button or anything, I'm still pressing that button. And I'm like, oh. Well, but yeah, I'm like, no, that's a sprint button. Shift is always sprint. What do you mean? I want to go faster. I'm just gonna press sprint. Oh, you mean there's no sprint? What do you mean? There has to be sprint. Any open world game needs to have a sprint. It's like a mechanic. I hate that this game only has dashes and you can't actually like sprint.
We should be safe here, right?
Oh yeah, I always take a few deaths. No matter what game I'm playing. If you can die in it, I'm dying.
Weaklings like him will find.
I mean, you remember how much I died in Repo when we played that, Aster?
He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That it's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devour.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. But I hadn't counted on
wait.
being
I pressed the button too quickly.
Exactly. It told me everything I needed. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end.
No way! We can't leave now!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you...
But what if that monster plus? How are you gonna get home? Is that why you... So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this.
Ooh.
A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free.
I mean, we'll always accept more, huh?
Hurry up and...
We should take Skirt somewhere she can rest.
1 minute. No. Going to Leeway Harbor, it seems like. But, yeah.
Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baishu said we could rest in the
Always dying.
pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there!
Even like in this game where it's easy not to die, I'm like still dying. Like, oh, please. Earlier when I was playing, I jumped off a cliff and forgot I didn't have any sprint and I killed Nahida. I'm like, oh, please. It's okay though, I had food. What do I do? Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! They're not letting me in the back room. How do I... Is the entrance over here? Oh, the entrance is over... The entrance is over there. My bad. My bad.
This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it.
I passed it too. I passed right by it.
Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Can't hold a job if you make everyone...
Probably got it from like treasure chests and stuff.
What did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of...
You heard all that?
Yeah. Bounties and stuff like that.
Like yours is hard to miss.
Then, did you by chance...
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Man?
That's a... I like that joke though.
No. Sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was... okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the...
I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait.
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work.
This story quest is going on for so long. I feel like it's longer than one I did earlier, too.
Whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, traveler.
Let me sleep. Yeah. It's been like an hour and it's still not done. I've been doing this one quest for like 3 hours now. This one's a long one.
Quiet.
Ooh.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone.
Keep your gaze fixed on Run. Skirk.
This is just a really, really long one. Like, for example, this quest is probably as long as, like, the main quest.
That was so...
I'm like, why isn't this over yet? I want to go eat food.
About 60%.
Whoa! Paimon, that...
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Now, I need to meditate for the next 2 days.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks.
I started streaming at like 4 p.m. And no joke, I've only done 2 quests. And one of them I'd like done a little bit of before I started. So like how long it's been? It's been like close to 3 hours, and I spent maybe like 1 hour doing the first quest, and then the West has been doing this one. And I'm like, man, am I like only halfway through this quest? It's been 2 hours, man, please. This is a side quest. This is why I don't do them. They take too long. Pretty little creature. What's worse is I didn't feed my cat before stream, so my cat's a little hangy. Like, most of them are this long and stuff, so I'm like, if it takes me a whole day just to do one quest, I'm not gonna do them. which is why they kind of just built up. Yeah, she's hungry. My cat usually eats at 8, and now it's almost 10. So, yeah.
This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in... Actually, I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury we could call it... fate, if you... Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. Oh,
What are you doing, kitty?
this river represents strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So this river is... But as you can see, and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of failure, or...
Yeah, you do get earlier, and, I think all I need is the follower one right now.
The answer to one mystery, but let's follow the river upstream. There
Because,
among the memories lies the truth.
I only need... I think I can fulfill the other requirement tomorrow, so I only need, like, follower. So, yeah. If not tomorrow, probably, like, Saturday. Mostly because my Persona streams get more, my, like, family come and watch those. So I get, like, 3 viewers on those ones. But, so, yeah, I just need the follower one. Bug all my friends, be like, follow me! Oh, my roommate's here. Gotta close my door so I don't annoy them. What? Yeah, my family, they support me a lot, and, they're the ones that really, when I was kind of hesitant to start streaming, they're the ones being like, oh, you should totally do that. You'd be so good. Some of them being like, yeah, you already talk to yourself already all the time. What's the difference? Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm not that fun. But if you say so, that must be true.
I've always thought that, even when falling like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet,
thank
you.
First
noticed your presence. Although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to.
Hi, hi. Hi, Sticks. Did you just finish your stream, or are you, getting ready to stream? Sticks. And yeah, I feel that too. I feel like, other streamers help me find streamers that I like to stream. That I like to watch. Mostly because you get to find people who are like your streamer because their friends are probably like them. Or just like them. Their friends are probably just like they are. Oh, you finished your stream 3 hours ago. I hope it was fun then. I can't remember what you were doing, but I know you were playing a game. For the life of me, I can't remember the game. I can't remember a lot of things. I'm forgetting so much today. Final Fantasy VI! Oh, that's such a fun game. That makes me want to play Final Fantasy.
To avoid altering its path. But the reason for that...
You play story games every Thursday. Ooh. I'll have to tune in then. I'll have to make sure I tune in and watch those. I really like story games. I play story games, well, honestly, every day, but I usually play one big story game, like Thursdays and Sundays.
No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone.
You wish me to travel the world beyond.
Indeed. Make new friends. We will
Aww.
still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you...
Why?
I have told you before. You have tasted loss. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift.
October is gonna be horror week.
It will drown you in the nightmare
I have a few games lined up, and I was asked to play Resident Evil, so definitely gonna put Resident Evil in there. But I scare really easily, so I decided to only play the scary games on the scary holiday month. Though, if I feel like it, I might play them at other times too. It's just I feel like if I'm gonna play a horror game, it'd probably be like a chat goal or something, like a stream goal or something. If it's not if you guys want me to play a horror game that's not with friends, I will play with friends, but on stream and stuff. But if it's not a horror game, if it's a solo horror game, it's gonna have to be on October, or it's gonna be a stream goal.
That is what Skirks master. The fact, of course. As a higher being, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that...
I have a few games lined up though. I'm definitely gonna play Inscription though. In October. And then Resident Evil is another one.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between
I know.
as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength.
I just get so excited. So I have like a ton of ideas of things I want to do.
To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find...
Like eventually I want to do like covers and like dance covers, singing covers and all that, but that's like a long, long way away.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The scope of his power is impossible to understand.
Not really. I mean, I did chorus in like musical theater growing up, so I can sing a little, but I definitely want to practice and doing like singing lessons before I do like any covers or anything. Yeah, I'm definitely down to collab some horror games and stuff. I've seen a lot of people playing Dead by Daylight, so I wanted to schedule a Dead by Daylight collab and stuff like that.
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under
It's a fun game. It's just very hard to get into. And I don't want to play it for the first time with like playing on normal mode. So I'm gonna get a group of friends together that would be okay with me learning it and like would want to teach me and stuff.
I have set your broken wrist.
Be okay with me being a beginner.
You're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking.
You want to join Aster? Yeah.
I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go.
I saved you because I have a plan for you.
It seems like you're already getting it together, Aster. Oh no, you don't? Okay. You're saying you'll watch though, right?
And I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and
Okay.
prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot.
Yeah, I was thinking about Koshi though. Yeah, I'll ask Koshi and then maybe we'll get a couple other people. Because I know there's quite a few people that play that I know. Okay. I'll write down in my book. Little sticks. Check. Yeah. Get a ton of people. Gotta get a ton of people. It's not, definitely not gonna be next week though, because I'm quite busy next week, so we'll have to see. I'll put it out there after I finish streaming.
So, I will teach you everything.
I don't want to draw my sword.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear.
Yes, Master.
I do, it might not be this month, might be like next month or something, but I do have like a lot of things I want to do. I'd probably want to do it earlier rather than later because it's always good to set up a lot of collabs, and I enjoy doing collabs.
After some time, her talent blew. It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came. We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. Well,
We're getting close. We're getting close. I'm almost free. Freedom, I can taste it. Oh, I got a little glitchy. I also have a habit of finding glitches in games.
these are Skirk's happiest memories.
Which isn't surprising, because I grew up playing Skyrim.
What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. This is Skirk's homeland. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. It was a spaceship.
Ooh, a spaceship.
People that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors. Everyone welcomed. No one had any idea of what was to come. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before. So she was not caught in the immediate wave of countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives, their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have because she and her people were seen as as the initial merchant ship explored the planet. They discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as potential threat and decided to eliminate that.
Damn, that's
Deemed a
ruthless.
threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence. If those with power get to decide,
Sad that a lot of people think that way, though.
then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand.
A lot of games
And so,
run on that premise,
death
too.
to claim her, she ran. No one wants to relive their most painful. Skirka's waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time.
You know what? I feel like this little creature is like her inner child or something like that. That she locked, and inner child and emotions that she locked away. Oh, we can walk on the lake. That's super cool. I like that we can walk on it.
So all this.
I have things to say to you. Well,
Oh, it is. That's
I
cute.
want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And she is the best choice in this moment.
I mean, I got Farina because Farina can walk on water.
She keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled.
I know Kokomi can too. But yeah, magical water. Makes sense because this is a dream world.
All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything.
Yeah, it makes sense with her background why she ended up the way she did, though.
Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses.
The difference is that I'm doing what is right. I allow you to exist, but with I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me—
That is the problem. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't? Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
I'm just really into the story right now. Sorry, I'm not talking. This is like a really important point of the story.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, You know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go. I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there. I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry
Okay,
you with me
bye.
until the end.
I hope you have a good rest of your day. Make sure to. I hope that when you go to bed, your dreams are very sweet.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no, but in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, yes. And not just because of although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I know. And it's not something I want. He's no longer into that. but he sends me messages through the abyss every time I hear from him. My heart skips a beat. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me?
Yeah. Oh, this place is so pretty now, though. It's so pretty. Okay, we have to be close to them now, right? We healed her. She's all good now. We gotta be.
Finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, but
what does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the
different now, I
experiences from
feel
your
like.
journey into how you fight. I suppose what
I
happened
don't know what
to
it
you...
is, but she looks different.
So, Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks. Let's dig in.
All right. It's about...
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested it, the good news is, we have no reason...
Same place as last time. Ugh. Good thing all I have to do for my dinner is stick in the microwave. Well, too, I'd be having a hard time. Almost. I think this is the last part. I think it's, just gotta beat that guy up one last time and we'll be good. I know, it's a long one. It's a real long one. You know what this reminds me of? This quest reminds me of the St. Spar's Day or wherever it is. The repeating quest one. That one dragged on for so long. I remember doing it. I did it in the middle of the night at my siblings' place. Where I was borrowing their PS4 and stuff. And I was like, I like ended up finishing like 6 a.m. I started like at like 10. No, I finished at like 4 a.m. I started at like 10. She looks so pretty.
The subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is to them. He represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master.
Okay. Hope Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us.
It's not that late. 4 a.m. is late though. It's not like 4 a.m. right now. It's 10 p.m. I was talking about in the past it was 4 a.m. I would not be streaming at 4 a.m. It's just 10 p.m. It's not that late. I usually go to bed at like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. is actually early. Sometimes I also go to bed at like 4 a.m. Is that right? Nope. Ooh, I ran out of stamina. This is bad. Ooh. Come on, get you up. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, I remember this. That was a mistake, but at least I did it. Come on. We can do this. Come on. Beat him up. Whenever I say that, I always think of the Reese's Puff song, because when I was like, until like recently actually, I thought, that song, instead of the Reese's Puff, I thought it was like they were saying beat 'em up instead of shoot 'em up for like a really long time until like well into my adulthood. Until my siblings one day heard me go singing that song and was like, it's eat 'em up, right? And I'm like, no, that can't be right. Of course, my siblings were right, but like, it was embarrassing. It was a little embarrassing.
Haven't had enough of my power.
I prefer my version, but yeah. Ooh, fight scene. We're beating him up.
Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
I like her hair in this cutscene. The like frosted little bluish tint to her hair. So cute. Like, hey, yes, I closed my door. So, Kitty has opened it, saying, I want in. Does her costume change with her E? Oh, that'd be so cool if it did. I'm gonna have to see in her trial later. If that's true. Is it this guy again?
You saw that my body.
I feel like we've met this guy before.
So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power. Such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnunga, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long... I was born into a noble family.
Aria reference!
As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable...
Well, if you're worried about me not feeding my cat has dry food all times. I just feed them wet food at special times when I wake up and when I eat dinner and stuff.
But it was all in vain.
She gets access to dry food all the time.
All I saw in their eyes,
So she's not starving.
Pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents. Over time, my heart hardened. We were similar in age.
She's not.
Different in background.
She's free-fed starving. She's free-fed dry food, but that's how she feels. I mean,
childhood wandering the streets,
she knows.
more criticism than the literary
I'll feed her wet food and then she'll like only eat half of it and save the rest for later. She knows she's not starving. Huh? Ooh. Is he from Kanya too then?
He always wore us. I still remember what he said to me when we first met.
That does sound like something he would say.
That makes sense, yeah. I can see you spoiling your dog.
And he inspired me. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like they were... But
Honestly, it makes sense that that he was from Kanya. You don't, but the rest of your family does. I spoil my cat. She's very spoiled. I feed her high-end brand of cat food. You know, not expensive, but a little on the higher end. Tough love. Aw, but poor Pupper. The Pupper's just a baby. He doesn't understand tough love. That makes sense, yeah. Definitely. If you're the one who has to train, you know you gotta be tough with a dog.
He sought me out and said to me,
Yeah. People don't understand until they get a dog of their own, but you need to tough love them. Or else they're not gonna listen and they're not gonna take to any training. Yes. I understand that. I had a dog just like that. And I was kind of in charge of the training for them, and I felt the same way. I'm like, no, don't do this. Why are you guys spoiling the dog? They're not gonna learn. You keep doing that. And the dog never got properly trained because everyone else wouldn't spoil it, and I didn't have the time or the ability to train it back then. Or even the strength, to be honest.
Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the...
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die.
Yeah, this dog would sprint at all times, would get out of its collar. And it's like impossible to walk because no one would train the dog. And they're like, oh, cute, the dog's running. And like, my mom didn't have time to train the dog. I wasn't strong enough and didn't have the time or ability. And then the person who actually got the dog, which was not either of us, kind of just left the dog to fend for itself, and we were the ones taking care of it. Damn. That's going a little far.
All I can do.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weak...
Disciple?
Nor I. But Vtuber said I was destined to... You know as well as I.
Well...
All Vtuber said was that one day...
Sounds...
Of course. Only the most...
Still...
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you were serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the Primordial Sea. As I've said before...
Waiting for me
yeah.
in the Primordial Sea was the all-devouring narwhal.
We actually had to give the dog away because the dog was, at that point, it was a full-grown dog, and none of us had the time or, like, the strength to actually train it. So we had to give the dog away to someone who could train it. Because literally, the dog would pee and poo all in the house, eat the cat turds, would run around outside, get out of its collar, run every time you try to rock it. So you had to give it away. Yeah, we try to snuggle all the time on the couch and literally eat anything in your hand. So you literally had to fight the dog every single time you're eating. Literally, my mom was eating peas once, and this dog French kissed my mom to get the peas out of my mom's mouth and eat them. Yeah. And this dog was literally my size. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah.
Because, of course.
So, you used the even with that whale's ability. Devouring power
Gave
like
the
this
dog
isn't
away.
something the human body can withstand.
I'm kind of against using shock collars because they're really bad for dogs. But definitely, if you have an older dog, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I know definitely with some dogs, it can get to that point where nothing else works, so you kind of have to. But uh, but it should not be. I feel like it should not be like a first option because they are very painful for a dog and painful in general. Yeah, yeah. See, it's not like you didn't try other options and stuff. It's like even there are some dogs that even like professional trainers cannot train without like shock collars and other things. So you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But definitely when oh yeah, if you tested on yourself, yeah. Made sure it wouldn't hurt the dog. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, you did like a good version of it. You made sure to take all the steps to make sure that dog was safe and would not like if there would not be like a bad trauma wouldn't cause trauma to the dog and everything. Some people don't do that. Some people don't do that. And they do it, and people will like do it for like barking and stuff that dogs can't control. Or like they can, but that's like a natural thing for dogs to do is to bark. And I'm like, oh no, if you're using it, use it for like worse conditions, like an untrainable dog that's like aggressive.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
Sir Tillologi's disciple. I know what
like give it to the dog I had who would fish used pads out of the trash and eat and destroy them on top of my mother's bed.
All the while standing ever out of reach.
That dog was a mess.
How much higher we have to climb.
Yeah. Your situation is understandable.
See the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago.
Some people just are like, oh, dog's misbehaving. We gotta use it. They're like, I need to train a dog. I'm gonna get it. I'm like, no, use training courses on a puppy. Puppies are easily susceptible. They suck in a ton of things.
Besides, after hearing your story,
but once a dog is set in their ways, it's very hard to train.
Is not a battle that demands his full strength.
Oh.
Since you're his friend, you must. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my but when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, it was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Yeah, the dog I adopted, because I actually got a dog before we got the mess of a dog. Because, so my mom and I picked out a dog that was potty trained, liked to wear dresses and everything. Perfect dog. Likes his nails be painted. That's the dog my mom has now. It's my mom's best friend. And then my sibling got a dog. Specifically, they got a puppy because their friend was getting a puppy and was going to train it to be a service dog. Both those dogs are messes. But one of them was not the person's fault. And our dog is a mess because of our fault. Because my sibling got the dog and then was too busy to actually train it and expected us to train it, and or like the dog to like magically be trained and be a good dog, and like put nothing into training the dog. You know, they're like working full time and get a puppy, and like, dude, none of us have the time or energy to train this dog. And we already got a dog. We're not going to train an animal that's not ours that we did not want. So the dog ended up being a menace.
You're right. That battle brought
Yeah, like this dog was bigger than the dog we had already gotten. Like me and my mom, we got a Dachshund mix. So itty bitty dog, very easy to walk. And the dog that they got was like a mixed dog that was already bigger than our Dachshund. And I'm like, bro, I can barely walk this thing when it's a puppy. I can't train this guy. Like, I had a scar on my that I had for a while on my stomach because the dog started sprinting when I was walking. And I literally fell and I got skid marks so bad that it left a scar. And of course, it was on the day I had makeup done for an important event, so I had to like turn midair so I didn't land flat on my face, which made it even worse. Ugh. And then my sibling had to run down the road and grab the leash that the dog was on to to get the dog back and everything. It was terrible. We had to clean that up, and I had to go to my photo shoot, and it was a terrible day, all in all.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength. After which, all can come to... For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that would be.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. I won't be able to hold on to. Sertologi once offered to free me from.
I can, but not through death, if that's what you are hoping for.
Yeah.
It's not a suitable punishment for your
Dog man. This is one of the reasons above anything that I like cats more than dogs. Another reason is I'm kind of allergic. Yeah, I'm lucky I let go. But I did get dragged a bit. But yeah, it's terrible. Dogs will drag you. Some dogs will drag you, and it's like, ugh, please don't. This is like, it's even worse when it's like on the road, and it's like, really? I'm being dragged through this concrete road? Like, if you're gonna drag me, at least put me through the glass, man. Yeah, that's not a smart idea, man, but I get you. I get you. I've done that before. I've tightened the leash trying around my wrist trying to rein in the dog, but it just it makes it worse.
The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will but it will be a time-consuming and painful.
I accept. I have faith that if we are climbers in the dark,
I will reach the top of this mountain, and you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over.
Good, good. I'm glad you've gotten that strong. I wish I could get that strong. My body doesn't really allow me to get super strong, or, well, I guess I am strong, but like I'm not able to like really tap into my strength or anything like that. My body's just not built like that. I ain't built like that. But yeah, I feel like it's a requirement. If you get a big dog, you should be able to drag and control that big dog you have. So if it gets out of control, you can control it. So seeing people like a small little lady with a big dog that's going out of control, I'm like, lady, you need to be strong enough to control your dog. Don't let it run you down the road like it is now.
Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon.
Yes. The power Skofnungur stole has been returned.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone.
I suppose it's because the false stars hang. It's not real. And yet, even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and
Oh, this is all going over Paimon's head ever since we met. She has filled Paimon's. If it's too big a job for one person, we've met so many amazing friends.
I suppose when it comes to... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotion, I suppose fate will decide. Regardless, reunions and partings are but one without war, pain. For this, we must all work. Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training.
I'm all upset I didn't choose the master option. That would have been great.
Is it just Paimon? Or is she being... Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey.
Yeah. Finally! I'm free! I'm free! Right? Well, that's the end of that quest anyway. Yeah, I'm free! I'm free! There's a ton of things that I'm getting though. Grab that. Now the real reason I did this. Oh, this suffering. And nothing. Before I stop, do you want to see my collection after? Do you want to see all my characters? These are all my characters. I started with Venti, and like Chi-Chi were my first ones. Then I got Shogun, Nico, Keilan, Tignari, Nadia. Lanny I got when I was trying to get Lynette, and I got Farina, Corrine when I was trying to get Sethos. I got Kanish, Marika, and then I want to get Skirt, which is why I'm doing all of this right now. Now you see why I had the map almost completely done. It's because literally I've had to pity every single one of these 5 stars except for one, and that is Yemiko. I think I pitied her the first time, but other than that, I got her to C2, and I had to pity her the first time, and then she went, "Oh, I like you. I'm gonna give you 2 more." But yeah, that's why my map is almost completely filled out, with every place being like 80 or 90 completion, because I literally got all these characters. Because I wanted them all. I'm like, give me them. So yeah. Alright. Time to end stream. Oh, for a stream, I think I'm gonna hit this button. This button. No, this button. One of these buttons. One of these buttons. I know it's one of these buttons. One. Nope, nope, that's the wrong button. I pressed something I shouldn't have. I wanted to show you one thing, but I can't remember what the button is, so give me 1 second while I look up what the button is. Because this is gonna take a second. Uh, what? I forget what button this is. It's not this, not this button. I feel like, isn't it? No, not this button. Should be one of these. Shouldn't it? Oh, yes. This is what, not, isn't it? It should be, oh no, it's not one of these. It's not that. It's, yeah. Oopsies. That was not what I meant to press. That's also not what I meant to press. Ta-da! This is what I meant to press. Hee. Alright. I'm gonna end stream now. I hope everyone had a good time. Make sure to stretch. Drink lots of water if you're going to eat. I hope it's very delicious. And when you go to bed, I hope you have sweet dreams. Good night. Bye. Bye. Bye bye, Master. Bye bye, anyone who wants to watch. Bye.